It's Friday, and we've made it to the end of the week. Stay tuned for today's Ag AM in Kansas, featuring these great stories.
Today, Brian Holman visits with Carlos at K-State's International Grain Program about the role IGP plays in supporting U.S. farmers. Learn about the link with South America, strengthened by short courses that teach grain purchasing and storage, flour milling, and more. Then he visits with Rich Tarwater, owner of Tarwater's Farm and Home Supply in Topeka. Enjoy a tour of their new facility, learn about their feed and seed products, and their commercial and residential mower operations. Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers. This segment is brought to you by Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, just a short drive down the Yellow Brick Road.
This is good to catch up with you. A long time no see.
Yes,
It's
been some time.
It has. It's probably been 3 or 4 months since I got to spend some time with you. The role IGP plays in supporting U.S. farmers, grain farmers, and their link to South America. It's very important, isn't it?
Yes, it is really important. Despite that some of the countries in South America produce grain and they're competitors to the U.S., like Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, there's a lot of countries in South America that buy U.S. soybeans, U.S. corn, DDGs. So therefore, a lot of our clients that come here to our short courses in the feed manufacturing area, grain storage, flour milling, and right now the course that we have going on, grain purchasing, come from South America. We try to teach them really well all these different techniques, give them good technical support, so they end up buying more crops because they have a better processing, better purchasing, better process overall.
And a lot of these people are coming here to the U.S. for the first time, buying grains for the first time. They've been evidently moved up through their company. So they're kind of like a sponge and taking in as much information as possible.
Yeah, that's right. Besides they come here to learn all the different new techniques that for them to buy grain from the U.S., but at the same time, they come and learn how the system works, how we process our feed, how the farmer works, how the grain exporting system works. So they actually come and see how the grain goes from the farm to the elevator, to the river elevator, all the way down to New Orleans, especially for South America, and how it's put in the vessel, how we grade it, how the USDA certifies it, and how usually the whole system works.
Long-term impact on this, I mean, I know 5 or 6 people come at one time, but they may buy 50 million bushels or 500 million bushels. Long-term economic impact for the Kansas farmers is substantial.
Yeah, it is substantial. We definitely, besides training them here, we like to help them promote and get a market preference for U.S. crops, especially wheat from Kansas, soybean, corn from the Midwest. So definitely has an impact. It's something that not necessarily comes next week, 2 weeks, but long-term definitely it is. We try to show that the crops from the U.S., the grain, the soybeans, is always constant. We always have the same quality, and that issue is going to be good for them when it comes to processing and at the same time when they go and purchase it.
All right, I'm going to take a left-hand turn here on us. New feed mill,
Yep.
Getting ready to open up. A lot of people coming in for that.
Yes, a lot of people. I think we are like 1 or 2 months away from pretty much finalizing, doing some testing. The building is totally done. Inside, we're just pretty much installing the equipment. We like to thank the industry, the feed manufacturing industry from the U.S. They pretty much have donated a lot of money in terms of equipment, and university, the state that has put some commitment into it. So we're really happy about it. It's going to bring a lot more people into it because we're going to be able to do top technology hands-on trainings here. And at the same time, it's a really exciting time here for us, having this 142 feet in height feed mill, something a lot bigger than what we had.
Well, again, that opens up grains from Kansas to a whole new audience as far as feed manufacturing goes.
Yeah, that's right. With this new facility, pretty much is unique all around the world. So there's nowhere that you could come, have training here in the lecture rooms, in the classroom, and then go do hands-on in a real feed mill, not a pilot scale. Is feed mill that could produce feed for all the animal science farms, for companies that need services. So it's actually something that the industry from outside that could come and say, hey, this is how we make feed, and that will help a lot come back to Kansas crops.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at BeyondTheElevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Now another gardening tip with Annette Jackson.
If you don't have a garden, you can still enjoy fresh vegetables by growing them in containers. Let Jackson's help you select the correct plants for your pots. Use Fertilome's Ultimate Potting Mix. Place pots in the sun and feed them weekly with Fertilome's water-soluble fertilizer. Water thoroughly when dry and watch your garden grow.
Jackson's grows over 50 varieties of tomato plants and 75 kinds of pepper plants. We'll help you choose the best variety.
Roy Fry Western Lifestyles brings the cowboy or cowgirl out in all of us. With a huge selection of must-have items, it doesn't matter if you're shopping for your horse, picking up some Western accessories to add that rustic charm to your home, or simply treating yourself. The knowledge and expertise to dress you your Western best is right here at Roy Fry Western Lifestyles, Highway 24 and Kansas Avenue in Topeka.
This segment brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for staying with us through the break. We're in North Topeka at Tar Waters, and we're joined by Rich Tarwater. Rich, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for being here.
What a beautiful building, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Growth was inevitable, I would imagine,
yes.
After 30 plus years of serving North Topeka and the area here in North Topeka. So tell us about your new building.
Well, we were at a point where we either had to stay put or get bigger. In retail, it seems like you're either growing or you're going backwards. And we were at that point where we just had to make a decision. I've got 3 kids and all of them are interested in hanging around. So for me, it was a very easy decision. With the economy being the way it is, I think, probably most people looked at this and said, why now?
Right.
But it's been a blessing from day one. We're seeing a lot of new people, and we carry so many more products now that even some of the people that we've dealt with for years are able to pick up stuff here, kind of as a one-stop shop. So it's been a huge blessing. Well, as the growth of I guess home farmers, I guess you might say, people who've got small plots in their backyards have grown, I would imagine that's probably impacted your business as well. It has. The business we're in, when times get tough, and as obviously they have been, we're kind of going back to the old days where people actually start putting chickens in their backyard and they're planting more gardens, which I think is healthy for America. It kind of gets us back to our roots a little bit. Having dirty hands is not absolutely, and it the things, instead of watching TV at night, the parents can take the kids out and say, let's go out and work in the garden, and it's been a growth in that area because with the prices of things, people are planting more gardens. They're taking care of their own lawns. They're much more hands-on. We had gotten to be a society that we're probably pretty used to just having a lot of things done for us, and we're kind of going back to doing it ourselves, and I think that's healthy. Yeah, as you said, economically that makes it more feasible for people to continue to have some of the nice things in their lives. FFA and 4-H is big in this area. I'm assuming you serve those kids also. We do. In fact, that's probably one of our largest. We set so many dollars back every year for donation, and 4-H and FFA, two forms of what we feel are great clubs for our donation dollars to be put in, because you're going to have these kids learn about the farming community, the rural community, and if we can put those dollars back right into our kids and have them be the same kids that are going to be in this area the next generation, it can pass on from generation to generation, and they can see the importance of whether it be a small rural farm or a big farm. It brings the importance of the American farmer back to these kids.
And again, we're going to spend some time over in the feed and seed area too here in a few minutes. But again, it's a one-stop shop for those kids. They can come in and get whatever they need to get those cows or heifers ready for show, or pigs or whatever might be ready to go.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We also have done several things, like for FFA, we're a gold member of what they call the Homegrown Club, which Keystone Steel and Wire puts out, that every roll of wire that somebody buys here from Keystone, we put so much back into the FFA clubs. And we've been able to donate some pretty good sized checks to the local FFA clubs around. And also the livestock sale at the local 4-H sales in these small towns around, and Topeka included. That is just a great investment to be able to go help these kids out. They get a hands-on feel for raising the livestock and seeing what that entails, buying the feed, and it's a lot of work. And for us to be able to help these kids be able to not go backwards and to try to be able to break even a little bit, that's one of the funnest things I get to do at the end of the year, is to go to the livestock sales and buy some of these kids' animals.
Website people can go to and kind of find out some more information about you?
Yeah, we're at www.tarwaters.com, so pretty simple.
Yeah, and 41st and North Topeka Boulevard.
Yes.
And please come out. If you can't find what you're looking for out here, you probably don't need it. So, Rich, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome.
We've been using Multi-Men for about 7 years. It's one of the most multi-use products that we have here on the farm. Bulls, cows, calves, weaning age cattle, just about everything on the place. If they go through the chute, they get a shot of it. The primary use that we started Multi-Men was in our donor program, in our embryo transplant program. I'd recommend Multi-Men to any producer in the cattle business. Here at Deer Valley, every animal that goes through the chute gets a dose of Multi-Men.
Dr. Dan here. Whether I'm driving up and down the roads covering the state of Kansas, or I'm getting between Riley and Manhattan for my job, I'm driving a Ford truck. I'd like you to come out and visit my friends here at Dick Edwards Ford. They have a truck that'll suit your needs, whether you're looking for power with a Power Stroke diesel, or if you're looking for fuel efficiency with the new EcoBoost engine, they got a truck that's just right for you. They're located 2 miles east of the Town Center Mall in Manhattan, Kansas, and they'll bend over backwards to help you. And I'll see you down the road.
Get ready for the Kicker Country Stampede presented by Verizon Wireless, starring Jason Aldean, Trace Atkins. 4 days of camping and country music at Country Stampede, Little Big Town. The Pistol Annies featuring Ashley Monroe, Miranda Lambert, and Angelina Presley. Country Stampede. Take advantage of our current pricing. Use Easy Pay to split up your payments. Save money through April 30th with early bird pricing. More info at countrystampede.com.
American innovation is being driven in places you might not expect by people like Brent Hayek, an Oklahoma family farmer, who recently set a world land speed record in a Ford Super Duty pickup truck powered by renewable B20 biodiesel. Advanced performance is here, now, putting America on the fast track to more jobs and energy independence. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Ag AM in Kansas is brought to you in part by Kansas Pork Association, assisting producers and informing.
Welcome back to the show. We continue our day out at Tarwater Farm and Home here in North Topeka, and we're joined by Abe. Abe, thanks for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
You run kind of the warehouse, the feed and seed and all that other stuff. And feed nowadays, I think producers demand more out of their feed than they probably ever have before as commodity prices continue to grow. What do you guys try to do to separate yourselves from buying feed somewhere else?
One of the big things we do on feed, a lot of the stuff we'll run it ourselves down at our mill. We will, so quality-wise, we know where that feed has been, and we can trust the end product. We don't do a lot of custom blends anymore. We do a lot of all stock. We do a lot of horse feeds. Our horse feeds, actually, we just revamped, added a bunch of flaxseed and stuff for the horses. We added some yeast and stuff for better digestion. So we've really taken a lot of pride in our horse feed over the year and revamped it again. Added some microtoxin to guard against mold. It's a constant just changing to make sure that you're adapting to what the end user is wanting. So.
And technology changes all the time as more research is done. You find out a little bit tweaking here and tweaking there as far as research goes, because I would imagine 5 years ago flaxseed and some of the other things you were adding to the feed probably weren't part of the ration that you were mixing.
They weren't, and you know, the other big thing with that is it used to be a lot more expensive than what it is now. We, at the beginning of the year, sat down, went over some stuff, and decided that it's time to revamp. And when we got some pricing and stuff, we were very fortunate and happy that we worked it to the point of where we didn't have to increase our price. Is something that we try to take a lot of pride in around here, is trying to get it out the door at the cheapest price for the end user, so they can continue to supplement, especially in a situation where the forage, the hay just hadn't been out there the last couple of years. So that was a big part of what we were goaled to doing, and I feel like we got it done.
And when we come into drought years that we've had the last couple of years, I mean, does it change the way you educate the consumer on feed and water intake? I mean, are you educating the end user, I guess you might say, on better nutrition because the forage isn't out there?
It is, and it's tough because there's no true substitute for that forage. It's tough, but yeah, you have to, and that's a big goal in the end, is to make sure that they're as well prepared as they can be for the upcoming years, and just pray for rain. That's the biggie, so we can get that forage back to where it used to be.
And on the seed side, you guys do a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of users for seed over in this side of town. A lot of people are doing it themselves nowadays. Big business also?
Yes, you know, we take a huge amount of pride. We've always ran in our seed, no matter what it is. It is a 98 pure and an 85 germ. That is the highest you can get. A lot of things will be, you know, custom blended. They'll have a lot of rye and things in it, which there's nothing wrong with it. But we also sell the rye that you can buy, so you can blend it out if you want to. But as far as the seed side, everything is 98, 85, and that's a big part of it. On the seed side of it, if it's not 98, 85, we don't stock it. So.
And fertilizer as well.
Fertilizer the same.
Yeah. Looking kind of back and looking forward, having the new building has probably changed the way you guys do business, I would imagine.
Yes, it has. It's tougher in some ways and better in a lot of ways. We're able to stock more of a lot of products that we didn't have the room for. At the beginning, there was a lot of products that we had that we couldn't get on the shelf because we didn't have the room in the old store. So there's a lot of advantages. They definitely outweigh the struggles that we've approached from the new building. But parking's always going to be an issue. The property is just tough with that, but we can get around that. So.
Well, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
We want to remind everybody, if you have any questions about feed or anything and you're in North Topeka, or you want to make a drive over to North Topeka, come out and see the fine folks out at Tar Waters. They'll answer any questions you have. And remember, tarwaters.com is a website. Easy to find, 41st and North Topeka Boulevard.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. You're welcome.
This is the fast track to more jobs and America's energy independence. Advanced performance is here now. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Purple Wave is a proud supporter of the Kansas FFA through the Bid for Blue program. Purple Wave donates a portion of the proceeds earned on certain ag assets to the Kansas FFA. Winning bidders can designate a Kansas chapter to receive the donation. To date, Purple Wave is proud to have donated over $10,000. Visit purplewave.com to learn more and to place bids on Bid for Blue assets. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Golf Week calls it the best course you can play in Kansas. But once you play, you'll want to stay. Go for it. Firekeeper Golf Course at Prairie Band Casino and Resort is just north of Topeka off Highway 75. Our stay and play package is worth the trip. Luxury hotel room, green fees, and golf cart for two, starting at just $169.
Prairie Band Casino and Resort. Go for it! For staying with us through the commercial break, we continue our time out at Tar Waters here in North Topeka, 41st in North Topeka. We're joined by Levi. Levi, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yep, thank you.
Springtime, summertime, everybody's thinking about mowing and mowers, and it never fails. This time, people start pulling on a mower, doesn't start. The best place to come get a new mower is?
Tar Water Farm and
There you
Supply.
go, exactly. Okay. Grasshopper, I mean, that's a new mower that's really kind of catching on. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, Grasshopper's been around for quite a few years. We are new to the Grasshopper line about 3 years ago, so taking on really well for us. They make a front mount style mower. The mower deck's out in front of you. You can flip the mower deck up real easily with the toggle switch. So real popular features in the Grasshopper line. They got a lot of engine options as well. So.
And those are they manufactured for more commercial use,
or
or can we get residential Grasshoppers?
They are designed for commercial use. We sell a lot of them to residential farm applications. They are also made here in Kansas as well, which a lot of people like as well. So,
yeah. Well, something like this, you probably need more than 2,500 square feet of yard.
Yep,
to
definitely,
mow, but,
definitely.
Because you have to park it like a car,
Yep.
it looks like.
Yep.
So, but someone's got an acre or two they need to mow and take care of. This is probably a good option for them.
Yeah, definitely. And then we represent the Cub Cadet line and the Gravely line as well. So we've got a full line anywhere from 30-inch up to 72-inch cuts. So
now let's talk about the guy who just wants to push a mower around in his front yard, something along those lines. What's new this year coming out?
Cub Cadet and Gravely have actually both just totally redesigned their walk behind mower lines. So we've got 21-inch walk behinds in both of them that are freshly redesigned. They've got a lot of nice new features to those. So.
A lot of people are mulching their own yard, so are those options?
Yep, there is mulching and bagging options on both of those as well.
Okay.
Yep.
This time of the year, you make recommendations to people on how they should be cutting their yard? I mean, a little higher, a little lower?
Yeah, I mean, higher for now. You want to get that thatch up. So, I mean, a lot of people will bag it in the spring, try to get that thatch up, and then from there they'll start side discharging. Most are smaller yards. A lot of people will do the mulching application, but for your bigger areas, a lot of people will just do a side discharge.
Maintenance for mowers. I mean, let's face it, you can spend up $500–600 for a little walk behind. Maintenance, making sure that mower lasts 10 to 15 years. What's the best thing we should be doing?
The main thing is just getting it in and get a tune-up, air filter, change the engine oil, things like that. Very important to maintain a piece of machine. It only will take care of you if you take care of it. So
should we change oil every year?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Yep, multiple times if you're mowing large acreages. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Keep that blade sharp too.
Definitely, definitely.
And that's something service department wise you guys could take care
we've
of.
got 4 service technicians here on site that we can do about anything you need to on a lawnmower. So.
And I noticed that we've got a good selection of weed eaters.
Yep.
I have a still that I've had for about 14 years, and it still starts every year.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Steel's top of the line.
It is. Yeah, I can't believe I pull it 3 or 4 times and it still starts every year. Anything new this year for weed eaters?
They have come out. They've added the Easy Start feature to a few more of their models. So basically, that's the starting procedure simplified, and it's also easier to pull on, harder to flood, things like that.
Right.
So they've redesigned some of their trimmers as well. So
you can take care as far as service goes.
We can do about anything, whether it be a steel or about anything with an engine on it. As far as outdoor power equipment goes, we work on. So.
And we want to remind everybody, tarwaters.com is probably the easiest way to find them. Or 41st and North Topeka Boulevard. If you need a mower or need mower service, is probably the place to be. You've got a whole bunch of them outside.
Yep, we've got quite a few ready to go. Yep, that's right.
So, Levi, thank you for your time.
Thank
It's very
you.
nice to meet you.
All right.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress. Powered by Kansas farmers.
We'll have lots more for you tomorrow here on Ag AM in Kansas. We're here every weekday, same time, same station. Or look for us on the web at agaminkansas.com. Eric Atkinson here from K-State Research and Extension.